Hey guys, welcome back to Detroit Garage. Building up a silver 453T 1988 model. I found a week and a half ago, sat out in the field for 10 years, and we're just cleaning it up, and we're test fitting liners today. So I'll take you through what I do to dry fit liners, and then we'll turn the block upside down and then put the crankshaft in. So do the liners first, and then clean up and put the crankshaft in. So I fit liner number 1, that fit pretty nice. And I still have to fit 2, 3, and 4. The deck is pretty clean. I put the bolts in it, cleaned out all the threads, cleaned out the oil and the water passages. So yeah, it cleaned up really nice. There is some rust left over, you can see right here, but it's pretty clean. Just take a small wire brush and run it through where the seals go. Get all the rough stuff off. Then I take a small pick and run through where the liner seals sit. Make sure those are clean. So I've already run through these, so I know they're pretty clean. So you want the seals to sit in really nice. Otherwise, they can get pinched. I think I've got brand new seals in my hoard, so I'll have to put those in and test fit the liners with the seals in. And then when I order the liners next week, I'll order new seals as well. Then I take a 3M cloth and I just run the 3M and get all the varnishing off. You don't want to sand them because you don't want to take material off the block. You just want to get them nice and clean so the liners can slide in, but they're tight. Okay, I'm just going to give this liner a bit of a rub. Just to clean it up. So this liner is a used liner out of my my silver series that's in my truck. It was scored, well, fairly deep, and I didn't want to reuse it, so I put a new liner in. All right, now get some oil. So when I do put it together for the final time, I'm going to use Dawn dish detergent as a lubricant. But for now, I'm just going to use motor oil, used engine oil, slightly used. So usually comes up like that. You could tap it all the way in with the palm of your hand. That's how it should go in. There. Simple as that. Once you put the seals on, it'll be a bit more resistance, but it'll go in nice. So I'm gonna put my gloves on so I don't pinch my fingers. Okay. With any luck, this comes out by hand. If not, I gotta turn the block upside down. Perfect. Oh, that's beautiful. Really nice. Oh, that's a bit tighter, but that's okay. Nice. Okay, I'll probably have to drive that back out. Oh, no. Beautiful. See, just like that. Very nice. So that's dry fitting the liners. I'll wait till I get my new liners, and then I'll run one in with the seals in. I'll make sure I have my seals and then run one in just to double check their fitment. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, really nice. So it's really it's turning out really nice. There, I'm not going to rub those anymore. That's perfect. The seal lands for the liner seal is all cleaned out, so I'm very confident I won't have to do any more work on that. So, all right, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna clean this mess up, sweep the floor, get it all nice and clean, and get ready to put my crankshaft in. Previous video, I did some work on this crank. Again, this thing was sitting outside, so there was some water damage on that journal, and I just buffed them out. So very confident that that'll work out really nice. Just blowing out the air box for the last time. Okay, so that's all cleaned out now. So the balance shaft runs in here, and there's no oil galleries to the head. So the oil comes up here through this gallery and feeds that cam bearing or counter shaft bearing. And the same here. The camshaft is different. It's open on the top, so the oil pressure feeds the cam, and then it also comes up through here and feeds the head. So there's a feed on the front and on the front and the rear. That's how that works. And then these in here are just splash fed. The oil sits in here and just lubricates it that way. So we'll flip the block around and get it ready for the crank. Okay, the bearing caps are loosened off. So you'll notice all the numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those numbers face the same side as the serial number stamped on the block. Also, there's a stamp here, number 1, so they face the number 1. And that's how they go on. So you don't mix them up. I thought before I put the crank in, I better pull this broken fitting out and blow that gallery out before I put the crank back in, just in case some debris got in there. There. All right. Happy with that. All right, well, it's time to go back together. We're just going to pour some 40 weight oil on the bearings and the crank and set the crank back down. I'm going to roll these thrust bearings in after the crank's in. All right, put those thrust bearings in. All right, here it is. Okay, I'll go get the caps and put them on. So this is what I put on the bolts, and it's a lubricant for high torque items. So it's international compound number 2. So in the business, as they say, it's peanut butter. With the impact. Very nice. All right, so we're going to start from the center out, and we're going to torque them down to 50 foot-pounds, rear bearing caps at 50 foot-pounds, and then we're going to go back and do 130 for these and leave these at 50. All right, we're just going to seat the thrust bearings by giving the crank a good whack on both ends. So, there. And that'll seat the back thrust bearings, the back cap. So now we'll torque it to, I was just going to torque it in increments. I'll go to 100 and then 130. Nice, still smooth as butter. And then we got to go up to 130 now. Okay, so we'll run that torque one more time. Well, there it is. Very nice. Before I start it, I'm going to pressurize the oil system. I'm going to start doing that on all the engines I build. I'll use an old Detroit fuel pump and hook it up to the oil gallery with a filter and pressurize the oil system. Okay, well there you go guys, that's the crankshaft in. And I'm gonna flip it back around and put the camshafts in. Well guys, feast your eyes on that one. Reground silver cam. I thought the silver cam was something special, but after some investigation, it turns out it's just a low lift cam. From what I can figure out, it's the same as a green 53T, 453T. So if you guys know any different, let me know. But maybe the duration's a little different, I'm not sure, but the lift is the same as the green 453T. So I sent this one out, geez, it's got to be a year ago now, maybe more. maybe 2 years ago, I sent it out to have it redone. I sure like it. But had I known better, I could have saved the money and just used my good green camshaft. So anyway, it's okay. It doesn't matter. So the cam that came out of this engine would have to go back and have some work done. It has to be reground. Oh, that's nice. Wow. Perfect. First time this thing's seen oil in over 10 years. Well, awesome. We've got the crank in, the counterbalance shaft, and the camshaft in. So I don't think I have any rear cover gaskets left, so I'll have to wait until I get the parts in. So I'll order the parts up Monday. It's Friday today. The parts from PC Industries, and should be about a week or two before they arrive. And then I can reassemble the bottom short block and then start working on the head. So now I've got to go more parts cleaning, but yeah, very nice. Yeah, Jimmy will be making noise in no time. Well, there you go, guys. That's prepping the liners, installing the crank, camshaft, and counterbalance. And basically run out of gaskets and stuff to do any more work. So I'll continue cleaning parts, start working on the blower and whatnot. Have a look at one of my heads here. I've redone. Well, I haven't redone. I should say it's prepped to be rebuilt. So tomorrow I'll have a good look at that and see what I'm going to put in it. Somebody suggested I run the old valves. I don't think so. Nope, not me. I don't want a valve to drop out, guys. No. So I'm putting new valves in it, new valves and springs. So again, thanks for checking in, guys. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care.